ఇది పాతకాలం కంప్యూటర్స్ ఇంకా సీడీ ప్లేయర్స్ చూడండి. మీరు పాతకాలంలో చూసుంటే మీరు లైక్ షేర్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ ఇంకా కామెంట్లో చెప్పండి. ఇప్పుడు ఇదే సైన్స్ ఆడిటోరియం. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ చాలా బాగుంది గైస్. వ్యూ కూడా చాలా రాయల్గా ఉంది. లుక్ కూడా చూద్దాం పడండి. ఏసీ చాలా చల్లగా ఉంది గైస్ ఇక్కడ. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు మనం స్టేజ్ ఎక్కుతాం. ఇది వచ్చేసి చూడండి, లైవ్ స్క్రీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ ఆదిత్య L1 మిషన్ 2nd సెప్టెంబర్ రిలీజియన్ సైన్స్ సెంటర్ తిరుపతి. నేను ఇప్పుడు తిరుపతి నుంచి తీస్తున్నాను గైస్. దీని ప్రాజెక్టర్ వచ్చేసి అక్కడ ఉంటుంది. ఆ ప్రొజెక్టర్ నుంచి వైట్ బోర్డ్ మీద పడుతుంది. ఇంకా జరిగేటప్పుడు ఇక్కడ మైక్లో చెప్తారు. అదేమో తెలీదు. మీకు తెలిస్తే కామెంట్ చేయండి. ఇప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ అవబోతుంది. ఇలా స్టార్ట్ చేశారు, చూద్దాము. స్టూడెంట్స్ వచ్చారు, మీకు చూపిస్తాను. స్టూడెంట్స్ వచ్చారు గైస్. చూడండి గైస్, నేను సైలెంట్ అయిపోతాను.
यह सब संभव हो पाया है इसरो के कुशल मार्गदर्शन और वैज्ञानिकों के अथक प्रयास से, लेकिन ये तो सिर्फ शुरुआत है। चंद्र अब इसरो तेजो में सूर्य के अध्ययन के प्रयोजन से आदित्य L1 नामक अंतरिक्ष यान को आज 2 सितंबर 2023 को श्रीहरिकोटा के द्वितीय प्रमोशन मंच से भारतीय मानक समय के अनुसार सुबह 11:50 पर PSLV C-57 रॉकेट द्वारा प्रमोचित करेगा। आइए चले सूर्य की ओर और विज्ञान के कुछ और रहस्यों से पर्दा उठाने और वैज्ञानिक तकनीक का प्रदर्शन करने। तो बने रहिए हमारे साथ आज के इस मिशन में, जिसका नाम है PSLV C-57 आदित्य L1 मिशन।
Namaste viewers. The Indian Space Research Organization is preparing for its rendezvous with the Sun. To take you along on the live telecast of this momentous event today, I am Margaret, giving the commentary in English. My co-commentator, Shrivikas Vernkar, who will be giving the commentary in Hindi. We are about to script yet another chapter in the glorious space research history of India. Today, the workhorse rocket PSLV C-57 will carry Aditya L1, the solar observatory of India, to be placed at a vantage point from where it will be able to continuously observe the sun, providing in the visibility of Earth-based ground station. 10 days ago, India became the first country in the world to safely land a spacecraft in the South Polar region on Luna. I'm sure many of you were the eager and proud spectators of Chandrayaan-3 landing that was being telecast from his track, situated in Bangalore. We bring to you an integration script for the PSLV C-57 that took place in Satish Dhawan Space Center, Charles, Sriharikota.
నిలబడతారా ఎక్కియమంటారు ఫోటో పంపించమంటారు
S-139 बूस्टर का नॉजल एंड सेगमेंट प्रथम चरण के साथ ये शुरुआत होती है और ये मिडिल सेगमेंट प्लीज कॉन्फ्रेंस मिडिल सेगमेंट इसके ऊपर संयोजित किए जाएंगे और अंत में हिडन सेगमेंट सबसे ऊपर की ओर संयोजित किया जाएगा। और इस तरह तैयार होता है PSLV का प्रथम चरण कोर बूस्टर S-139। इसमें 139 टन का प्रणोदक होता है और यह इग्नाइटर है जो इसे प्रज्वलित करता है। इस मिशन पे यह है PSLV C-57 सेंट्रल मिशन। तो इसमें है 6 स्ट्रिप-ऑन बूस्टर्स, हर एक में 12 टन के नोजल भरे जाते हैं। यह सब ठोस नोजल पर आधारित है। यह SIPVC टैंक को संयोजित किया जा रहा है। स्टेज आप देख रहे हैं, मोटर्स लगे हुए हैं के लिए। और यह है
Kindly do not eat any snacks inside
चरण
the
और
oil.
यह पर आधार चरण है, इसमें विकास इंजन लगा हुआ है।
And here in the second stage of the PSLV rocket, prepared in the subsystem preparation facility and brought to the vehicle assembly building of the second launch pad to be integrated on the first stage of the rocket. Here you can see the third stage PS3 and PS moving modules placed inside the respective shows and then handled together to be moved to the vehicle assembly building.
अगर आप देख रहे हैं वेसल असेंबली बिल्डिंग का, जहां पर पूरे व्हीकल को असेंबल किया जाता है।
These are the visuals from the clean room of the spacecraft preparation facility. Aditya L1 spacecraft being prepared and launched into a protective container with an environmental control, temperature control, at the vehicle assembly building again there is the same provision of safety topic, and then the heat shields are closed. Now the vehicle is fully ready to be moved to the launch pad.
And the launch pilot.
This is PSLV C57 standing majestically.
अभी अभी आपने देखा ये C57 का वीडियो पूरी तरह तैयार और गतिविधियां जारी हैं, जांच जारी है, प्रमोशन से करेंगे।
We are bringing this telecast to you live from the Mission Control Center at Satish Dhawan Space Center, Shard, Sriharikota. The launch will take place today, the 2nd of September 2023 at 11:50 hours in evening from the second launch pad. The PSLV C57 in its XL version will carry Aditya L1 spacecraft having a mass of 1,408 kg. The mission intends to place the spacecraft in 235 by 19,500 kilometers orbit with an inclination of 19.2 degrees. Total mission duration will be 3,799 seconds or 63 minutes 19 seconds. Apart from Doordarshan, you can watch the live telecast on ISRO website, YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Hey! Stop talking!
हम प्रमोशन से 22 मिनट की दूरी पर हैं। आदित्य L1 सूर्य का अध्ययन करने वाला पहला अंतरिक्ष आधारित भारतीय मिशन है। इस मिशन से आदित्य L1 नामक अंतरिक्ष यान को सूर्य पृथ्वी प्रणाली में लैग्रेंज पॉइंट के चारों ओर एक प्रभामंडल कक्षा में स्थापित किया जाएगा। यह लैग्रेंज पॉइंट पृथ्वी से लगभग 15 लाख किलोमीटर दूर है। इस तरह L1 पर रखे गए उपग्रह को सूर्य को बिना किसी आच्छादन या ग्रहण के लगातार देखा जा सकता है। यह अंतरिक्ष यान विद्युत चुंबकीय और कण चुंबकीय क्षेत्र सूचकांकों का उपयोग करके फोटोस्फीयर, क्रोमोस्फीयर और सूर्य के सबसे बाहरी परत, जिसे हम कोरोना के नाम से जानते हैं, इनका निरीक्षण करने के लिए 7 नेत्रधार लगे हुए हैं। इनमें से 4 नेत्रधार सीधे सूर्य की गतिकी का अध्ययन करेंगे तथा 3 नेत्रधार L1 से दूर ग्रहों और क्षेत्रों का यथास्थिति अध्ययन करेंगे। इस तरह आदित्य L1 उपग्रह के नेत्रधार कोरोनल तापन, कोरोनल मास इजेक्शन, डीप लेयर और लेयर गतिविधियों और उनकी है आदित्य L1 कर्टन रेंज।
Hey! Hey! What is this? Hey!
Is prepared to launch the 1,480 kg Aditya L1 spacecraft into Earth-bound orbit, from which it will be placed into a halo orbit around the L1 point in 4 months. The satellite is intended to study the sun and how it impacts the heliosphere. The sun, which is the center of our solar system and has always fascinated humans, is a ball of hot gases formed by the nuclear fusion process. The visible outer surface of the sun is known as the photosphere, followed by the chromosphere and then the corona. After initially dropping through the chromosphere, the sun's temperature abruptly rises in the corona, reaching extremely high values of 1 to 3 million Kelvin. The Aditya L1 mission has 7 scientific payloads to conduct a comprehensive study of the sun. A visible emission line coronagraph, VELC, investigates the solar corona and the dynamics of coronal mass ejections. The Solar Ultraviolet Imaging Telescope, SOOT payload, scans the solar disk in near ultraviolet light and detects fluctuations in solar irradiance. The Aditya Solar Wind Particle Experiment aspects and Plasma Analyzer package for Aditya Papa payloads investigate the solar wind and energetic ions, as well as their energy distributions. The Solar Low Energy X-ray Spectrometer, SOLEXIS, and the High Energy Airborne Orbiting X-ray Spectrometer, PDOs, analyze X-ray flares from the sun over a wide energy range. The magnetometer payload is designed to measure the interplanetary magnetic field at the L1 point. Aditya L1 is equipped to take in situ measurements of charged particles and fields at L1 and is dedicated to study the sun across several energy bands. The Lagrange point L1 is located around 1.5 million kilometers from the Earth between the sun and the Earth. These observations are best made from a vantage point that provides a continuous view of the sun. All payloads are designed in close coordination with ISRO centers and national laboratories like as IIA, IUCAA, and PRL. With this mission, ISRO will once again demonstrate its position in space exploration.
We are 17 minutes 23 seconds from the launch time. The countdown for PSLV C57 Aditya L1 mission has been 24 hours long. It had started yesterday. During the countdown, critical activities have been carried out on the launch vehicle and the spacecraft. The propellant have been serviced into the launch vehicle stages. Bottles storing the gases for command and control operations have been charged to pre-launch pressure levels. The onboard batteries have been charged. Now in a little while we will go to the automatic launch sequence initiation, for which the preparations are underway in the launch and mission control centers.
Mission Director Roger. सूत्रों की सूचना मिशन निदेशक को दे दी है। इसके पश्चात सभी आंकड़े संतोष होने पर
have already given clearance for proceeding with the countdown and launch of PSLV C57 Aditya L1 mission. All operations in the countdown sequence till automatic launch sequence have been completed satisfactorily. Based on the clearance obtained from launch vehicle, spacecraft, range and dispatch network stations and prevailing favorable weather conditions, Mission Director hereby authorizes to initiate launch operation sequence for the launch of PSLV C57 Aditya L1 mission at 11:50 hours IST today, that is 2nd September 2023.
All stations Mission Director has given authorization for the launch of PSLV C57
Aditya L1 mission. SDA service activity and
ये भी आपने देखा इस मिशन के मिशन डायरेक्टर श्री एस आर विजो ने इस मिशन का
automatic launch sequence for the launch of PSLV Aditya L1 mission. Automatic launch sequence initiated for PSLV C57 Aditya L1 mission.
The automatic launch sequence, the initiation has been announced, and hereafter a very critical capsule of performance validation for the launch vehicle systems will be carried out, and very close to the launch time, control will be passed on to the onboard computers.
ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस चालू हो चुका है। ALS शुरू होने के पश्चात रॉकेट स्वचालित होकर सर्वप्रथम T-0.3 सेकंड्स पर RCT का प्रज्वलन शुरू करेगा और T0 पर कोर बूस्टर S139 का प्रज्वलन शुरू होगा। लेकिन इस दौरान बहुत स्वचालित तरीके से सभी जांच जारी रखे हुए हैं।
PS2 command system total chain actuator in progress.
On your TV screens, Honorable Minister of State for Science and Technology and Prime Minister's Office, Dr. Jitendra Singh. This mission is the 91st launch mission of ISRO and 59 of workhorse PSLV. As mentioned earlier, PSLV's XL version with 6 strap-on motors alongside the core LS139 motor is being used for the present mission. This is the 25th time PSLV XL is getting ready for launch. So far in the year 2023, ISRO has launched SSLV's maiden successful mission, 2 commercial missions of PSLV, 1 mission of GSLV carrying the first among the second generation of navigation satellites, 1 commercial mission of LVM-3 and another mission of LVM-3 again, carrying the prestigious Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft.
PS4 command system activation in progress.
आदित्य L1 जो कि अंतरिक्षयान है इस मिशन का, इसको पृथ्वी से 233 बाई 19,500 किलोमीटर की निम्न भूकक्षा में 19.2 डिग्री के झुकाव के साथ प्रक्षेपित किया जाएगा। इस कक्षा में निर्धारित आर्ग्यूमेंट ऑफ पेरिटी 346.6 डिग्री को प्राप्त करने के लिए PSLV के चतुर्थ चरण को 2 बार प्रज्वलित कर इसे प्राप्त किया जाएगा। आर्ग्यूमेंट ऑफ पेरिटी और पेरिटी के बीच के कोण है जिसे प्रक्षेपण के साथ मापा जाता है। आदित्य L1 के इस दीर्घाकार कक्षा में प्रक्षेपण के पश्चात उचित समय पर और उचित अभिवृद्धि में अंतरिक्षयान में लगे लिक्विड मोटर्स को फायर कर कक्षांतरण किया जाएगा और इस तरह 5वीं बार में LAM मोटर को फायर कर यान को पृथ्वी की प्रभावी क्षेत्र से बाहर निकलने में समुचित गति प्राप्त की जाएगी। फिर वह पृथ्वी की कक्षा से छोड़कर सूर्य की कक्षा में प्रवेश करेगा और ऐसा करते हुए यह करीब 125 दिनों का समय लगेगा। 125 दिनों बाद यह L1 पॉइंट के पास पहुंचकर और उसकी परिक्रमा करना शुरू कर देगा और यही वो L1 पॉइंट है जहां पर से यह अपने वैज्ञानिक उद्देश्यों का भी प्रतिपादन करेगा। अब हम उड़ान से 11 मिनट की दूरी पर
But in the meantime, the reviewers will decide that the launch of PSLV 67 Aditya L1 will take. This mission is among the longest flights of PSLV. It is going to last for 63 minutes and 19 seconds. The liftoff coincides with the ignition of 4 S139 solid rocket motor and the ignition of the 4 ground-lift strap-ons. While the rocket is at 2.7 kilometers altitude, the 2 air-lift strap-ons also commence their operations. The action time of strap-on motors is 70 seconds, and the ground-lift and air-lift strap-ons are separated from the ongoing launch vehicle at 70 and 92 seconds into the flight, respectively. The Bolt S139 motor continues to thrust till 110 seconds. Since the second stage of PSLV operates on pressure-fed liquid engine, the optimal performance of the engine is ensured if the effect
Hey.
thrust cutoff or separation of the lower stage is countered by additional means of thrust generation. Therefore, the alleged motors provided for this purpose ignite 3 seconds before the first stage separation and continue to thrust for 11 seconds. The second stage, PS2, commences its operation 200 milliseconds after the separation of first stage. By this time, the rocket will have attained 55 kilometers altitude. The closed loop guidance is initiated, which
Students are
compares the
vininandi
present
వాళ్ళు
state
చెప్పేది
of
మీకు
rocket to
జాగ్రత్తగా
the intended injection point to compute an
Silent
optimal
గా వినండి.
trajectory. This happens while the rocket
Hey.
is at 59.7 kilometers altitude.
Go on.
At 204 seconds into the flight, the payload fairing is separated. As the launch vehicle attains 113 kilometers altitude and the dense atmosphere is no longer present around. These events are taking place in the operational regime of the second stage, which lasts for 153 seconds. PS2 will separate it 262.4 seconds into the flight at an altitude of 130 kilometers, while the relative velocity is 4.9 kilometers per second. The third stage, PS3, ignites about a second later and burns for 118 seconds, during which time it adds 12 kilometers to the altitude and enhances relative velocity tremendously from 4.9 kilometers per second to 7.3 kilometers per second. There is a post phase of 200 seconds that follow PS3 burnout, during which there is no thrust being developed, but the rocket continues to be steered. At 581 seconds into the flight, the PS3 separates and the last and the fourth stage of the rocket, together with the Aditya L1 spacecraft, coasts for a long time thereafter. Till 1396 seconds into flight, the tracking station sets sharp, port, glare, rain and bear will be acquiring the real-time performance data of the flight. But thereafter, there is no visibility period of around 1600 seconds or 27 minutes. The fourth stage burns twice. First time for a duration of 30 seconds and second time for a duration of 472 seconds. The first burn takes place in no visibility zone and the second burn is tracked by a shipborne terminal placed in Pacific Ocean. About 200 seconds after the completion of second burn of PS4, the injection conditions for the separation of Aditya L1 are expected to be achieved. An altitude of 648.7 kilometers and a relative velocity of 8.9 kilometers per second, which translates into an orbit of 235 by 19,500 kilometers. The injection event of Aditya L1 will be confirmed by tracking station at Koru. From the initial placement in low Earth orbit, Aditya L1 will undergo a series of earthbound orbit raising and eventually they will exit Earth's sphere of influence to reach Lagrange's point L1 in a journey spanning over 4 months. There it will be placed in a halo orbit around L1. This is how India's first observatory class space-based solar mission will take shape.
Vehicle is in India Hyderabad.
हम उड़ान से 6 मिनट की दूरी पर हैं। GLS जारी है। सभी जांच सुचारू रूप से जारी हैं। इस दौरान यहाँ उपस्थित आप देखिए यहाँ
External possibility of withdrawal.
व्यूअर्स गैलरी पे लॉन्च व्यू गैलरी पे उपस्थित जन क्रूज रोमांच देखते ही बनता है।
Tickets are good. Instagram, stock it on
मौसम
this.
यहाँ लगभग 37 डिग्री का टेम्परेचर है। वायु गति 0.8 मीटर पर सेकेंड। इन सबके बावजूद यहाँ उपस्थित हुए हैं इस रोमांच को देखने के लिए। एयर ट्रैफिक कंट्रोलर और मौसम विभाग की अनुमति भी प्राप्त की जा चुकी है। विभिन्न ऊंचाई पर वायु गति माप ली गई है और इसे ऑनबोर्ड कंप्यूटर पर लोड कर दिया गया है।
The Satish Dhawan Space Center has its own meteorology department which keeps a very close watch on the weather at the launch base. Weather today is going to be dry and hot. The skies will remain clear. Ground winds will be benign and upper winds also are benign for the flight of PSLV C-57 Aditya L1 mission. We are 4 minutes, 23 seconds to the launch.
सभी वैज्ञानिक अपनी कंसोल पर आंकड़े देखते हुए सभी तंत्र सामान्य निष्पादन कर रहे हैं और हम 4 मिनट की दूरी पर हैं उड़ान से।
T-4 minutes and counting.
सामान्यतः PSLV के मिशन लगभग 2000 सेकेंड में प्राप्त कर लिए जाते हैं, लेकिन यह मिशन कुछ अलग है। इस मिशन में PSLV के चतुर्थ चरण यानी PS4 को 2 बार में प्रज्वलित कर यह उद्दिष्ट कक्षा प्राप्त की जाएगी। इसका मतलब PS4 को प्रथम फेज के बाद प्रज्वलित किया जाएगा, फिर 30 सेकंड प्रज्वलित रहकर यह बंद हो जाएगा, फिर करीब 1600 सेकंड की कोस्टिंग फेज जारी रहेगी। तत्पश्चात फिर से PS4 को प्रज्वलित कर 472 सेकंड तक प्रणोदोत्पन्न किया जाएगा और फिर शांत हो जाएगा। अंतरिक्ष की कक्षा की स्थिति प्राप्त होते ही उसे निर्दिष्ट कक्षा में अंतरिक्षित किया जाएगा। इस तरह पूरे मिशन में लगभग 3800 सेकंड का समय लगेगा।
T-3 minutes and counting.
यह PSLV C-57 का प्रमोशन यान ट्रैकिंग के संदर्भ में भी काफी जटिल है। इसे ट्रैक करने के लिए शॉर, पोर्ट ब्लेयर, ब्रूने और बैक स्थित ग्राउंड स्टेशन हमें वास्तविक समय पे यान की जानकारी उपलब्ध कराते रहेंगे। लेकिन चतुर्थ चरण के प्रज्वलन के समय यान हमारे ग्राउंड स्टेशन की दृष्टि से दूर जा चुका होगा, इसलिए शिपबोर्न ट्रैकिंग या शिपबोर्न टर्मिनल को दक्षिणी पैसिफिक महासागर में स्थित किया गया है। वह हमें PS4 बर्न 1 और बर्न 2 की जानकारी उपलब्ध कराएगा। इसके बाद PS4 शट ऑफ और आदित्य L1 के अंतःक्षेपण की पुष्टि पूर्व बेंच गयाना स्थित ग्राउंड स्टेशन से की जाएगी।
T-2 minutes and counting.
उड़ान से 1 मिनट 50 सेकंड की दूरी पर यह PSLV की 59वीं उड़ान होगी और इस PSLV एक्सेल संस्करण में यह 25वीं उड़ान है। इसरो के वर्क हॉर्स कहे जाने वाले इस रॉकेट कई ऐतिहासिक मिशन को सफलतापूर्वक संपन्न किया है, जिसमें चंद्रयान 1 और मार्स ऑर्बिटर मिशन उल्लेखनीय है। यह प्रमोशन वर्ष 2023 का 7वां मिशन होगा। इस साल की शुरुआत में SSLV के सफल प्रमोशन से शुरुआत कर LVM-3 के 2 प्रमोशन, GSLV Mark 2 का 1 और PSLV के 2 सफल प्रमोशन हो चुके हैं। यह PSLV का वर्तमान वर्ष में 3रा मिशन है।
All stations stand by for the timer. T-1 minute and counting.
Launch
-55 seconds.
बने रहिए। 40 सेकंड प्रमोशन किया जाएगा।
-35 seconds.
ఇప్పుడు కాదు లాంచ్ అయిన తర్వాత
-25 seconds. -20 seconds.
It's launching time.
-15 seconds.
Launching time.
10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch.
మొత్తం తీ.
Rounding in their platform. Together with the first stage is 139.
Separate engine. వచ్చినా కట్ చేస్తాం.
ఓన్లీ దీంట్లో చూపిస్తారు. అది ఆటోమేటిక్ దాంట్లో కూడా కెమెరా
గ్రాఫిక్స్
గ్రాఫిక్ చెప్తారు అంతే.
शुरू हो चुका है।
ఎందుకన్నా పిఎస్ఎల్ ఇక్కడ ఎక్కువ పెట్టు ఎత్తుకురా తింట దాటుతాను. మూడు కెమెరాలు, ఒక 2 మైక్ ట్యాగ్లు, వాటికి స్టాండ్స్ కొనాడు.
For the presentation of the
Aditya.
mostly will follow which the
ఆడితే ఎలా తెలియదు. ఆడంత పెద్ద స్క్రీన్ పెట్టాడు.
PS4 will start twice. It will time generation. The multiple start capability of PS4 utilized very aptly to achieve the orbit of perishing of 346.6 very crucial.
Evening, 2:30. 2:30.
డాడీ నేను ఇక్కడే ఉంటాను. పోయి టికెట్స్ తీసుకొని వచ్చేస్తాను అన్ని షోస్కి. 3D షో అన్ని షోస్కి ఏ షోస్ ఉన్నాయో అన్నిటికీ తెచ్చబోయి నేను ఇక్కడే తీస్తూ ఉంటాను. వెళ్ళు.
ఏంటి పోరా ఇంటికి పోతాం గేమ్ షో.
ఎవరు 3D చూశారు? 3D చూసిన వాళ్ళు ఇక్కడే ఉండండి. 3D చూడని వాళ్ళు మాత్రం సార్తో పాటు వెళ్ళండి. సరే డైరెక్ట్ గా కూర్చోండి. ఒక రోజు నుంచి కూర్చోండి. 3D చూసిన వాళ్ళు ఇక్కడే కూర్చోండి. చూడని వాళ్ళు క్లాస్ ఇచ్చేయండి. క్లాస్ సార్ లేట్ అయిపోయింది సార్.
టికెట్స్
టికెట్ పని లేదురా. ఫ్రీ చూడొచ్చు.